fireplace and sit next to it and smell the wood and get the smoke in me. And one night I did that on that one winter night, and I was commanded, look, you need to clean that fireplace out so we're not smelling the soot and all that, you know. I said, okay. So I took every precaution, and got all the utensils necessary to gently and gingerly and accurately remove the ashes. I didn't know. I learned the word ember. I knew the word, but I learned that day that just because you got ash over the wood that had burned don't mean that it ain't alive. And while I was cleaning it out, serendipitously, I was poking around in the ashes. But I didn't know that that is actually what you do if you want to get the fire burning. Ooh. Right in my face, in front of me. But I learned if you can get some of that ash out the way and start poking around, your fire will come back. And I've learned yesterday's fire ain't for today. That's what's wrong with some of us. We ain't been burning since we've been born again. You got to stir up what God has put in you. If you don't enjoy hearing the gospel no more, you need to be stirred up. If you don't enjoy Bible study no more, you need to be stirred up. If you don't feel nothing this morning, you need to be stirred up. Isn't it amazing? All this time, you've been blaming everybody else for your ashes but you. If you don't pray, read the scripture, and worship all month long and show up one time, how do you expect for us? You might be the damper. And we don't need damp. We need fire. Stir it up. Stir it up. I got to sit down now. I got 2 minutes. So stir it up. Stir it up. Now, UPS ain't going to drop off your sanctification. FedEx is not going to just drop off your glorification. Do you follow me? Nobody's going to email your justification. You got to be actively involved in what the Lord has already done. Let me say it. The Lord, he said, there's the door, but you got to walk through it. He said, here's the baton, but you got to take and run with it. Here's the keyboard, but you got to at least make the effort to play it. There's a house, but you got to go inside of it. Here's the paintbrush, but you got to try to paint your life in it. Stop waiting on God to do everything for you. He's done his part. When you going to do your part? And I've heard so much misinterpretation of the Christian life. Let me set it straight now. Fosdick sets it right in this story. He said that there was a farmer in Vermont who had turned his horrible field into a beautiful garden. And the next door neighbor, a pious neighbor, came and looked at that field and said, oh, God has blessed you with such a beautiful garden. And that tax-turned neighbor looked back. He said, yeah, but you should have looked at it and saw it when God had it by himself. Come here. You think that that's an insult, but I'm on the Vermont farmer side. God's God's not giving you the form for him to fix it. And that's why some of y'all are in the mess that you're in now. You thought that answered prayer meant that if the Lord gives it to you, then God got to clean the field, plant the seed, water the garden. But he said, I gave it to you. Now what you gonna do with it? What are you gonna do with the life I gave to you? What are you gonna do with the children I gave you? What are you gonna do with the husband, the wife, the family, the future I gave you? I've done my part. When you gonna do your part? I gotta sit down, but my soul is happy. Stop waiting on God. He's not going to come out the sky and fix everything in your house. You got to do your part, and once you've done your part, get out the way. I said, Lord, I've done everything I know to do. And the Lord said, that's all I've been waiting on you to do. Because I want you to know you got a part in this also. We're talking about our children. We mad. I hear people all the time talking about what's wrong with our children, our babies. But the reality is now, we answer it in the question. Not all the time, but sometimes we are what's wrong with our babies. We'll drag them to school, drag them to rehearsals, drag them to games, and get up and come to church and say, I ain't gonna force religion. That's what's wrong with you. They don't need no religion. They need a relationship with a resurrected Jesus Christ. But you can't give what you ain't got. You can't leave a legacy if you ain't in a legacy. Just showing up to church ain't a legacy. You got to live out the faith that the Lord put inside of you. Hey, live it out. Live it out. Now I got to sit down. But I'm serious. You live it out. Let today be a day that you began afresh. That you say, I make up my mind. I'm going to pass Jesus down to my children. And let me tell you something. If they're having problems, if they're having struggles, before they go to school in the morning, bring them in that house. Tell them we got some new rules. And lay your hands on them babies. Stop trying to sound like me when I'm praying. Pray like a mama. Pray like a dad.